Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Alucard, one of the strongest and most popular heroes in the game. We will also discuss how Alucard works in full details, which includes the best builds, emblems, battle spells, and skills, along with some tips and tricks that will help you dominate the game using Alucard. So let's get started with the video. Most likely, everyone in this game has played this hero at least once or twice. Even if you are a new player, you will be recommended to buy this hero as a beginner. Alucard is half fighter and half assassin, meaning he can also be played as the side laner and also as a jungler. And he's one of the most picked heroes in legend rank and below. And what makes him so popular is that he can deal a decent amount of damage right from the start of the game, making him easy to use even if you're new to the game. And as always, in order to master a hero, one must understand how their passive and skills work, so let's start with his passive. With the help of his passive, every time you cast a skill, you can jump towards an enemy or minion dealing 140% physical damage. And after you cast a skill, your next basic attack will also get enhanced. His passive is really useful when chasing enemies, as you can jump towards the enemy right after casting a skill. Now, let's talk about his first skill. With the help of his first skill, you can jump towards a designated location, dealing 270 physical damage to enemies, and also slowing them by 40% for 2 seconds. When initiating an attack, use this skill to start the fight. Your first skill can take an enemy by surprise, giving you an upper hand during a fight. And with the help of his first skill, you can also jump between those thick walls, which most people don't know about. Make sure to take advantage of your first skill when chasing or running away from enemies, because most heroes cannot jump past those thick walls. Now, let's talk about his second skill. With the help of his second skill, Alucard slashes and spins his sword in a circle, dealing 345 physical damage to enemies around him. Even though it's a simple skill, you can combine his second skill with his other skills to increase its effectiveness. You can also use this skill to clear minion waves swiftly. His second skill is an essential damage source for Alucard, and it's advisable to upgrade this skill before his first skill, as his second skill deals more damage compared to his first skill. Additionally, it closes the gap between you and the enemies, allowing you to engage. Now, let's talk about his ultimate skill. With the help of his ultimate, Alucard unleashes a shockwave in a target area, and it marks and absorbs the energy of the enemies that got hit by his ultimate, reducing their movement speed by 30%, and also reducing their hybrid defense by 10. All while he gains 10 extra hybrid defense for every enemy hit. And his ultimate also reduces the cooldown of his other skills by 50% for 6 seconds. And you will also gain 10% hybrid lifesteal during the duration of his ultimate. And after marking and absorbing the enemy's energy, you can use his ultimate again. And when you use his ultimate again, Alucard will release a shockwave towards the target location, dealing 400 physical damage to the enemy's hit. His ultimate gives burst damage to enemies and enhances his ability to continue attacking in teamfights, thanks to the increase of his hybrid lifesteal when using his ultimate, allowing you to stave off HP. This is one of the best ultimates in the game in my opinion. Alucard just needs a little buff for him to be used more often in the higher ranks. Now, before we move on and talk about his builds and emblems, here are some fun facts about Alucard you probably didn't know. Alucard is the 7th hero who was released in the game. And if you didn't know, he also has a crush on Mia, and they even have a Valentine skin in the game, indicating the connection between them. And when MLBB was released as Mobile Legends back in 2016, Alucard was named Dante, whose name is based on the video game character from Devil May Cry game. And his appearance was also inspired by a character from the same game, called Nero, from the Devil May Cry game franchise. Now, let's continue and talk about his emblems. For his emblem, The Assassin emblem is the best for him. And for his first talent, pick Rapture for more penetration. And for his second talent, go for Seasoned Hunter. This will help you clear your jungle creeps faster. And for his core talent, go for Lethal Ignition. This will help you one-shot the enemies. Now, let's talk about his builds. For his builds, start with Tough Boots. Tough Boots will provide you with 22 magic defense and 40 movement speed. It also has a unique passive which reduces CC slow effects by 30%, which is really good compared to Warrior Boots, as Alucard's main weakness is being stunned. And after you finish buying boots, go for Endless Battle as your first item. Endless Battle is one of the best items for Alucard, and with the help of Endless Battle, after casting a skill, the next basic attack within 3 seconds deals 60% physical attack as extra true damage. And after Endless Battle, go for Blade of Heptases for more penetration. Blade of Heptases will help you burst down enemies quicker. And after that, go for Hunter Strike, followed by Malefic Roar. Hunter Strike and Malefic Roar will give you more penetration, and it will help you take down tanky enemies easily. And for his last item, you can go for Blade of Despair if you want more damage, but if you want a little sustainability, then go for Rose Gold. Rose Gold will provide you with a shield once your HP drops down below 30%, giving you a second chance in taking down the enemies. But if you're playing Alucard in the side lane, then these are the items you should buy when playing in the side lane. Now, let's talk about his gameplay and how to use him in a match. As you already know, Alucard is very strong in the early game, meaning you can play aggressively right from the start, and you should definitely take that to your advantage. Because unlike other heroes who need at least one item to start dealing damage, Alucard can still deal a decent amount of damage right from the start without any items. He can also clear the jungle creeps pretty fast compared to other heroes. And after reaching level 4, your main objective should be ganking the gold lane and securing the turtle. Remember, the more you help your marksman during the early game, the easier it'll be for you during the mid to late game. Because marksmen are the main damage dealers of a team. So, your early game objectives should be farming, securing turtle, and helping your marksman by ganking the gold lane. Now, let's talk about his mid-game. During the mid-game, you will have at least 1 or 2 core items. And once you have your core items, you can easily start dominating the game. And Alucard literally becomes a killing machine. But in order to keep dominating the game, you must continuously keep ganking the top and bottom lane, so that it'll be hard for the enemies to make a comeback. But make sure to remember that Alucard is weak against CC skills, and you also have to be very careful about your positioning. The way you position and rotate during team fights will determine the outcome of the game. And make sure to always go for the enemy's marksman and mage if you want to win every team fight. Because the marksman and mage are the damage dealers in a team, and if you manage to kill them first, then you will easily be able to kill the rest of the enemies. And targeting the mage and marksman are important because Alucard starts to fall off during the late game. And even though Alucard is very strong during the early to mid game, he falls off during the late game, and when that happens, you will need to have a good map sense. And you must know when to engage and start a fight, and you must also know when to retreat from a fight. You have to be patient before joining a team fight during the late game. Wait for the enemies to use up their CC skills, and that way, it'll be easier for you to kill the enemies. So, what do you think about Alucard? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to leave a like in the video so that I'll know my video was helpful. And also consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. You guys motivate me to make better videos. Thank you for watching.